continues. Thousands of lives continue to be lost. With negotiations continuing, we will, of course, bring you all of those updates. But we move on now, and Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi is headed to the United Arab Emirates. His office has confirmed just days before US President Donald Trump's expected visit to the Gulf state. Foreign Ministry spokesman Ismail Bakai said Araghchi will meet senior Emirati officials to discuss bilateral ties, regional issues and global developments. The trip follows Araghchi's recent visits to Saudi Arabia and Qatar. Araghchi said Tehran and the US have reached a better understanding after a more serious round of talks in Muscat, Oman. The discussions, led by Araghchi and US envoy Steve Witkoff, focused on uranium enrichment and sanctions non-negotiable for Iran. US envoy Steve Witkoff called the discussions encouraging, while Iran's foreign minister described them as difficult but useful. Araghchi also warned against contradictory US statements, calling for consistency. Let's listen in to the Iranian foreign minister.
عرض کنم که نسبت به 3 دور گذشته مذاکرات بسیار جدی‌تر و صریح‌تری بود. ما مقدار زیادی از فضاهای کلی الان فاصله گرفتیم، وارد موارد جزئی‌تر شدیم.
Meanwhile, Iranian President Pezeshkian rejected US demands to dismantle nuclear facilities is unacceptable, and that it does not seek nuclear weapons, and reaffirmed Iran's right to civilian nuclear technology. Let's have a listen to the president.
در حقیقت جمهوری اسلامی ایران دنبال سلاح هسته‌ای نی. اینا هم گفتن که میخوام مطمئن بشن که ما به سلاح هسته‌ای نمیخوایم دست پیدا کنیم. ما با تمام وجود آماده بودیم، ولی این که بیان و اعلام بکنن که ما در حقیقت بحث صلح‌آمیز بودن تحقیقات در انرژی هسته‌ای رو کنار خواهیم گذاشت و بعد اینا.
Well, following those comments and of course a fourth round of talks between US and Iranian delegations, there is much to discuss, and joining us to do that is Ali M. Abushbak, an independent Palestinian researcher joining us from Cairo in Egypt. Ali, thank you very much for taking the time to be here with us. We spent a lot of time talking about these discussions. Of course, both sides say they've been difficult, both sides say there has been some movement, but ultimately the red lines stay the same. Iran doesn't want to get rid of its uranium enrichment. The US desperately want a deal, but also want to make sure that this isn't going to further worsen into potential weapons-grade uranium. So what do you think the current status is, beside all of the rhetoric we're hearing from both camps?
Thank you. I guess the elephant in the room is the enrichment of the uranium. Especially USA, since the beginning of the negotiation, want to ensure and guarantee that Iran it will not use the nuclear weapon and has a nuclear bomb, which consider as a danger for the Western country and for the Israel as well as. So also in the yesterday, also Witkoff released a statement about the American red lines that Iran should be dismantled their facilities in Isfahan and Fordo, and also as well as Iran shouldn't use, it shouldn't have a destruction weapon and mass destruction weapon, as we say, as they are want to confirm that. So here we are also Iran in the same Iran consider that it's a nuclear program. It's for civilians and for generated a power. And consider it as a red line for them, and we shouldn't be. It's a negotiation about the civilians' purpose of for a nuclear and enrichment. It's unnegotiable, and it's not for the talk. Also, we have witnessed that the statement of Araghchi, the foreign minister of Iran, that the negotiation, despite it's a difficult, but it's a useful to understand the position for each other. This giving a positive atmosphere, as well as giving how much Iran is serious about the negotiation. On the ground, Iran now, there is a multiple change in the region that lead Iran to be a serious thinking about the negotiation with America, especially after the Donald Trump, he threatened Iran, if in case the negotiation will fail, he will launch a military operation against Iran. And we have witnessed on the ground the Israeli, the American, the Iranian alliance, they are completely dismantled, like for example Syrian's regime, how much they are overthrow, and as well as we have seen that Hezbollah brigade and also Hamas is suffering from the Israelis war. Ansarullah al-Houthi, they reached to agreement with America to stop targeting the American ship in the Red. So there is many different event happened during this period, which make Iran more serious about the negotiation with America, as well as Iran reached to 60% of.
Yes, absolutely. We seem to have lost Ali, but thank you very much for being here with us. Of course, the negotiations will continue. We will be across all of those ahead of Donald Trump's visits to the Gulf states very soon. But that is all we have time for. We'll continue to bring you all of those updates and more from across the world very soon.